Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at another Dingo Doodles short. This is Life Story Outrunning the Reaper. I have questions. 1. What the hell were you doing that you need to outrun the Reaper? 2. Is that a form of slang I'm not aware of? Because when I think Reaper, I mean, going by the thumbnail, I mean, what the hell were you doing where you nearly died? I am both curious to find out and watch this, and at the same time, I am deeply concerned because what the hell? Mostly curious, though. But that's just because I'm a horrible person. And proud with that. More like accepting it, but whatever. So you guys know the drill. There is a link below to the original video. Hit it up, because if this video is going to be any indication what we're looking for, maybe Dingo has, very dangerous hobbies? I didn't know the life of someone who draws cartoons and comics was so dangerous. I don't know if that's a joke yet. So yeah, link below, original video, hit it up, and let's go find out, because... Just, what?
Let me just check my YouTube channel.
Yep.
So, apparently you guys
Wow, this was early
liked
on.
the D&D video.
25,000
now
on
there's
2
like
videos.
25,000 of you here. So...
It's kind of crazy to grow that
welcome
fast.
to the Weird Wagon. Drinks not included. To be honest, I really don't know what to say. Thank you all
I would say
for
pudding.
loving my stuff.
Wouldn't be the right thing, but I would say it.
And I totally hear you guys. I do want to make some more D&D videos, so...
I love how especially she said
look out
D&D
for
was going to be
that
her first
stuff
video
in the
and no one
future.
would watch it.
I'm still not very used to recording, so if there's some inconsistencies, just
That's such a weird
forgive.
effect.
But for now,
I
I'd
don't think
like
I've
to
ever
tell
seen
you
anyone
some
do
few
that before.
stories
I like
about my many, many
It's weird as
encounters
hell, though.
with death. That sounds
Many?
harsher than it needs to be. Near-death experiences. Oh, God.
That sounds
I've
even
almost
weirder.
died a couple times, okay? Don't worry, guys. I survive every time. Now,
Oh,
I've never
we'd
broken
hope.
anything. I've never sprained anything. Heck, I've never even had a cavity before. But
Huh.
for some reason, throughout my childhood, death's been around the corner.
Death comes
Just
after you,
waiting.
but broken bones
And it's a
don't.
miracle that I managed to avoid it every time.
What the hell
Growing
are you
up, I was
doing?
definitely one of those kids you consistently needed to keep an eye on.
Oh, God.
I'd always manage to get myself into trouble. How did you get those bruises? Is that a cut? What is that? To be honest, I'm
Oh,
surprised I
God.
got this far. Props to my parents for consistently helping me avoid death. Okay, so the first time I remember kind of almost
Is that a
dying
cliff?
was when I was 3 years old. And I was
You can
on the
remember
swing
that?
set with my dad.
Not gonna lie, that's actually
And
impressive.
we were just hanging out, talking about
The
whatever
shades.
3-year-olds
Why
do.
is the shades no
Something
universal
about
sign for cool?
bugs, candies,
I
and
actually don't know why.
taxes or something. And I'm sucking on one of those suckers that are just way too big for a 3-year-old. And the sucker actually manages to pop off of the stick. So I have this piece of sucker
Don't say you tried
in
to
my
swallow
mouth,
it.
and my dad sees this and he goes, "Okay, Dingo, don't say anything. Because if you say anything, you could choke." I turn to my dad, I look him straight in the eye, and I go,
No.
"Okay." In which at that moment, the candy lodges into my throat,
Choke.
and I start choking.
Oh my God.
Son of a... I'm gasping for air, holding my throat.
I shouldn't laugh,
and
but oh my
slowly
God,
turning
really?
purple. My dad freaks out. His child is now choking to death, so he
Because
grabs
she
me
listened
under
to you
his arm
by not listening
like
to
a
you.
sack of potatoes and beelines it to the house. We reach the house and we get to the hose, where he pulls out the hose and starts turning on the
What?
water, gives me the hose
What?
in the gesture
No.
of, "Drink this to save your life."
What?
And you know what I do? I refuse. I refuse to drink the water.
That's probably the dumbest thing you
'Cause
could do.
throughout my entire childhood,
the refuse,
which
but
is
the
not
drinking
very
it.
long, that's 3 years, I've been told consistently, do not drink from the hose. Do not drink from the hose. Do not drink from the hose. And now I had to drink from the
To be
hose
fair,
that didn't make sense.
It
in
shouldn't actually
3-year-old
matter
Dingo's
unless the
brain.
water isn't
I
inherently
would get
bad.
in trouble, even though I'm going to die. My dad doesn't even skip a beat. He just shoves that hose into my mouth. I take a good gulp of that forbidden water, and
So it went down her.
dislodges the candy from my throat, and I can breathe again.
Oh, so it was
Yay,
actually
I
so big that it was
lived.
stuck in her throat
Dingo
normally to go to
1,
the stomach.
Candy 0.
And she
I'm pretty
swallowed
sure
it?
my dad needed a break from parenting after that. Okay, so the second time I had a brief encounter with death
If it was
when
throat,
I
I
was
thought she just needed
5
Heimlich.
years old. And I'm at school.
What the hell?
And we had to go on
Also, I
one
love
of
how she's
those
just drawing
field
herself as such a
trips where
dork.
you do a hike. I grew up in an area that had a lot of mountains, valleys, cliffs, anything that could come to a toddler's death. And really thinking back on it, I mean, these teachers taking 20 or so 5-year-olds up a mountain for
Oh
a
god,
field
really?
trip?
The mountain?
I'm just thinking every time
I guess she's not a Game
the
of Thrones
teacher
fan.
realizes they
Nothing
have
ever
to
gave
do
that
this
away.
field trip, they have just a tiny panic attack.
I mean, I'm getting nervous thinking
'Cause
about it. She's probably right.
It's 5-year-olds. This is literally herding cats.
Cats are
So
easier.
really, to keep
They
them
would know
from
better than to
falling
jump off a
cliffs,
cliff.
That's a job in its own. Anyway, so we're going up this mountain, and of course we're doing what 5-year-olds do, which is bugs and rocks and stuff. Taxes. I'm not
Why does
entirely
taxes
sure.
keep
I can't
coming up?
remember most of the trip. I just remember getting to the top, the teacher turning to us and going, "Well, okay, kids, it's time to go back down the mountain. And remember, when you go down, don't run." She doesn't even finish her sentence as I am already running down this mountain
Yeah.
as fast as I possibly can. Like I'm trying to beat somebody that I have no idea who that is, but dang it, I am going to win. I'm
Oh
hearing
my
yelling
God.
behind me, but I don't care.
The kids are
and
all
I'm
okay
just
with it.
going,
He just freaked
and then
out.
I trip, and I start to tumble down the mountain.
Yep.
Son of a... I'm rolling down this mountain, picking up speed, and I am heading
Poor
towards
teacher.
a cliff that goes straight down where there are very, very sharp, pointy
Why they smile?
rocks of death. Rocks are going everywhere.
Really?
I'm rolling.
Just pictures of the
I'm
rock.
still kind of having a great time, to be honest.
Oh my
I was
God.
a pretty tough kid. But the teacher behind me is not having a great time, as they are now frantically trying to stop me from falling
my
off this
God.
mountain. The teacher manages to grab me by the back of my shirt just when I'm about to reach the edge and pulls me up. I'm pretty sure I turned to her, gave a big smile while I'm covered in gravel and dirt and probably some blood, and then I just walk off like nothing happened. I'm pretty sure the teacher needed to take a break from teaching after that.
Oh God.
All right. So
That's just the
third
second example.
time I had a brief encounter with death was also when I was 5 years old.
5-year-old you is
1999
terrifying.
was a busy year. This also happened at school, but during the winter months. The great thing about living in a place
this the
with
same
mountains,
teacher?
valleys, etc., is the amazing sledding hills.
Yeah.
And the school I was at had just that. It
Oh.
was fun, it was fast, it was steep. You could definitely break some bones if
Done
you
it.
weren't careful.
Hurts like hell.
But we didn't care. I kind of miss those days of not worrying about breaking all my bones all the time. Anyway,
Yeah.
during recess, we were sledding, having
Oh,
a
she's
great
Canadian.
time. I just finished a majestic slide down, as majestic as a 5-year-old can be.
Not
Then I
very
hear a,
majestic.
"Hey, watch out!" as I am bulldozed down by 7 13-year-olds that all decided to slide down at the same time in one
Yeah, I've seen that
heaping
happen
mass.
before. It sucks.
It was like I was tackled by a football team, and they are now dog-piled on top of me. My lungs were being crushed. I was desperately gasping for air. I couldn't move. It was dark. I was freaking out. This was the first time I really thought I was going to die. And
honestly,
actually,
it's probably the
word for
least
word,
likely.
The thought that went through my head was, so this is how I died. I'm okay with this. I
Really?
kid you not. I was A-okay to die on this sledding hill. I had a good run. 5 years old is what I was kind of aiming
After the
for
last two, you
anyway.
probably
I could
kind of
die
earned
in
it.
peace. But to my surprise, this was not going to be my death. As one of the 13-year-olds noticed, I was being crushed by the pile of kids and pulled me out. I gasped for air, returning to the surface, and I was reborn.
Skull.
I would, from this point on,
I love the intentional
never take
misspelling.
life for granted. be smarter and more cautious about the world around me.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I did that cliff incident like 2 months later. And that was the first cliff
Oh, God,
incident.
the cliff happened
Like
after
I said,
that?
It was a miracle that I made it this far. Oh, hi. I'm recording this a lot later after the initial recording. I really just wanted to say thank you guys for your really good constructive criticism. Stuff about needing to talk faster and more enthusiastic is definitely something I need to work on.
Oh, yeah.
I know as
Now
time
that I
goes
mention
by,
it,
I'll
she
just
does
get
sound
better
like
and
she's
more
going
comfortable in
faster
front
and
of
she
the
has
mic.
more pep to her voice
Believe me, these
than the
first
previous
videos are going
videos.
to be rough. But I'm excited to show you guys my progress.
I almost didn't notice it because
I
it sounded
really
more
just
normal,
wanted
so I didn't
to
register
chime
it.
in
But
and
yeah,
say
now that she
thanks.
pointed it out, it does make sense.
It really did actually help me. Also, these videos still don't have a schedule. I'm really doing this for fun's sake and to grow as an artist. I might be uploading some speed paints because I've always secretly wanted to. Because why
Good
not?
enough reason.
Anyway, bye.
Okay, I think we can all ask the same question here, and we're all going to get the same answer, but why the hell is she still alive? I don't even mean that in a joking way. I mean, literally running down, falling and running the cliff. How are you still alive? I mean, between that, choking, and just being completely smug while doing it by looking at your dad or refusing to drink, and just... One, if the water held, that meant you swallowed it, which means you were choking because literally the object lodged in your throat was so large. It was compacting your, everything in your throat to the point where it was also crushing your windpipe. And then you swallowed it all the way down, and the water had to push it down, or maybe you just coughed it back up. I don't know, but have you ever taken a swallow of water that's too big and it kind of hurts all the way down because it's just too big of a swallow? It would be that, but it's so big you can't breathe around it because it's impacting your entire neck. Now, of course, I rarely have that because my neck is huge. Yeah, just kind of is. If my chin wasn't so huge, no one would notice. And they don't. Like, I also have a huge nose, but I have a bigger chin, so no one notices. But just the thought that how that would work. Because that was choking, not because it was stuck in, blocking her butt. When I say blocking her butt, blocking her throat in such a way that she can't breathe. But it's lodged in a place where she's supposed to swallow. It didn't go down the wrong pipe. Because if the water had gone into her throat because it got down the wrong pipe, it wouldn't have helped. It would have made it worse because you would have had a lot more blockage. So the only way the water works is if it was just so massive that it was in her throat like normal. And then she had that go all the way down, or maybe it came out. I don't know. Either way, it freaks me out a bit. What I'm basically saying is, how are you still alive? That's just 5 examples, 2 of them within the same year. I have questions, and all of them are, oh dear God, if you ever have kids, your parents will probably call it vindication. Just going to put that out there now. Also, it's so cool to see, it's only, her 3rd video, and the first one was only a minute or 2 long. Minute 30. And she had 25,000 followers. That's just so cool. It's like, oh, wow, this is amazing. And then, looking at where she's at now, of 500,000. It's just cool to see where someone was at early on compared to where they are now. And just that little part at the end where she talked about all the advice she got, talking faster, being a little more animated. Those are very normal things. You expect to hear that. You expect to ignore it even because it's normal to talk fast, to talk more animated, to have more passion in your voice while you speak. And I kind of noticed it in the earlier videos because she was talking at a more laid back, hey, I'm not really used to this, so we're just going to do this. But the animations were funny, so you just kind of rolled with it. It's just part of her style. In this one, though, because she was talking more normal, faster, more energetic, more animated, it actually didn't even register that change until she pointed out by saying that. Because to me, that just sounded like how you speak on YouTube, how someone sounds. That's just really cool and also kind of amusing to me because I'm more surprised I didn't notice considering, literally I had asked about that in the earlier videos. But it's just cool to see that growth. And there's still a bunch more videos to go. I want to see what the change in her video style is between early on now and later on where she's at 500,000 views. Sorry, not views. Followers, subscribers. Let's go with subscribers. Also, if they're doing speed paints, I might just go watch those because that would be fun. Probably on Twitch or unlisted. Yeah. So all the same, everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, there's a link down below to the original video. Make sure to hit up. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.